What is going on, guys? Your boy Joey Shake 72 coming to you guys with a video right now. So obviously some of the news did come out. Obviously we found out the Eagles traded back in this draft from 6 to 12. And it seems like, and this is from Bleacher Report, got some news from obviously Ian Rappaport, and this trade, I mean not the trade, but being at number 6 overall in this draft, the plan was to trade up for a quarterback this whole time. So what it says is the Eagles wanted to trade up to number 3, but only they could draft Zach Wilson. I think Zach Wilson had his pro day. He had a fantastic day. That was the truth. Now you have Rob Maddie that works for Philadelphia, says Eagles are unsure about Jalen Hurts. No consensus in the building after beating the Saints. They wanted to get rid of Carson Wentz. After next 3 losses, they wanted to work it out with Carson. After trading Carson, they considered a trade up for a QB before trading down to 12. So what this really means is that they wanted a quarterback this whole time. This is why all of these hints that we've been getting, okay, obviously with the introductory press conference of Nick Sirianni, didn't want to talk about the quarterback situation, had no idea what was going on, he's not worried about it, and obviously the Carson Wentz trade happened later on. Joe Flacco has his interview. He doesn't even say he's a backup, a starter, nothing. He's literally just like sitting there. Not even saying all he's saying is I'm on the 53-man roster and that's it. But we were wrong, and I'm not surprised we were wrong. I was hoping that, the Eagles were turning a new leaf, but Eagles wanted to move up. So they wanted to trade with Miami they wanted their 3rd overall pick. Okay? They wanted their 3rd overall pick. They had the 3rd and the 12th. They wanted their 3rd overall pick. Okay? And we couldn't get it. So we traded for their 12th. We trade back to their 12th. Why they waited so early for this? Why did they make this trade early? Wouldn't you think at the draft you'd get more compensation? I don't think it was enough compensation what they got. Okay, you added another 2nd-round pick. Okay, you can potentially have you have another 1st-round pick for 2022. You could potentially have 3 first-round picks if Carson Wentz plays over, 73% of the snaps for the Colts without getting injured, obviously. So you could have 3 first-round picks for 2022. As a standpoint of rebuilding, retooling, yeah, it does make sense, this trade moving back. But to see that the Eagles drafted Jalen Hurts in the 2nd round last year, and now you go into this, you have a small sample size of what Jalen Hurts could do, and I still think he's our starting quarterback right now. Is there going to be a quarterback at 12 that they want? I don't think that's the case anymore. I think now they said to themselves, look, if we get somebody at 6, they pretty much looked at this trade as we move back from 6 to 12. There's still a lot of talent in this draft, and we could build around somebody, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So I think the Eagles could still draft. Now, are you going to draft a generational guy? I don't know. The receivers, maybe Jalen Waddle will be available at that point if that's what they want. Jalen Waddle might not be a top 10 pick this year. I have no idea. That's like the only receiver I see us actually taking at 12 if that's the case. If it's not a receiver, obviously Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts, Devontae Smith are all off the board. At that point, I think they're all gone. But you never know, okay? So when you go into the number 12 pick, you could have a Micah Parsons. You could have a Patrick Surtain. The Giants and the Cowboys are picking ahead of you, so this is why it's going to get a little hard, okay? They're picking ahead of you now. So now you have to watch out what they're doing. So during the draft, they have this extra 1st-round pick. I don't know what the case is going to be, but they could draft a generational talent on defense. They could draft someone they want to build around on defense at 12 if that's the case. Logically, you draft defense, but at the same time, with that 6th pick, you had to take the best player available. But I still think they should take best player available at 12 regardless. Now, I don't know if any of these other quarterbacks are going to drop to 12. I don't know if the Eagles are still going after a quarterback, or they pretty much said, well, if we're not going to get Zach Wilson, we're done. You know what I mean? They went to Trey Lance. They went to a Trey Lance's pro day. It's not even like we had scouts going to these quarterback pro days. We had our offensive coordinator Shane Steichen going to the pro days with Brian Johnson, the quarterback coach. So obviously they're not just scouts; they're the actual coaches that are going to be calling plays for this team. So Zach Wilson, I guess maybe that was going to be their guy. Maybe that's the guy they wanted. They tried to trade up for the 3rd overall. It didn't happen. But the problem I'm having is right now is that they traded so early. Okay? They traded so early. So I really don't know. They could have waited till the draft. I'm going to disappear for a second. They waited till the draft. If they waited till the draft, they would have got more compensation on draft night. They would have got a lot more compensation, okay? But now they did this so early, I think they have a target, guys. I think they actually know who they want at the 12th overall. Okay, so I don't know. Obviously, we'll find out later on in a few weeks, but I don't think it's a quarterback anymore. That's what I'm hoping. But at the same time, I don't trust them. And at the same time, I think since this trade was so early, I thought they should have got more compensation. Do you know what we gave up just to trade up 2 times to get Carson Wentz to get into that 2nd overall pick in 2016? It was a lot. It was a lot. So why didn't the Eagles wait till draft night to trade back and get a lot in return, more than what we got just now? I understand that. That's why I'm not going crazy about it, because, you can have 3 first-round picks, but at the same time, there's a lot more that goes into it now, because now you have your folks to have a lot of picks the next, between this year, you have 11 picks in this draft. And then you have more picks now, and then Zach Ertz hasn't even been traded yet, so you can get more picks. And then you got another first-round pick next year. You can have 3 first-round picks in 2022. So what does this mean? J.C. Horn could be available. You could draft a J.C. Horn at 12. I know that the Eagles, there was reported that after J.C. Horn's pro day, that he has a scheduled meeting with the Eagles. So that is that is realistic. Okay, but my point of this whole video is they tried going after a quarter. They wanted Zach Wilson with the 3rd overall. From Ian Rappaport himself, he said it. Okay, they tried trading up to 3 to get Zach Wilson. Didn't happen. Now they're trading back to 12. Don't know who the starting quarterback's going to be. And on top of everything else, they made a very quick trade weeks before the draft, which shows me that they have a target in place for this team at the 12th overall. Who is that target? I have no idea. So, lot to talk about, lot to get into. I appreciate everybody being around for the videos, and really just us going through this together is what's important, and we want to make this team right. And you know what? I got to know who the starting quarterback is, and I'm hoping that obviously free agency is still around, so I don't know who else they're going to pick up at this point on this roster. I don't know. They could go with these receivers and Greg Ward and Travis Fulgham and Jalen Reagor. They could say they have a lot more ceiling, which I believe they do, but we don't have that tone setter. And that's Doug's fault. That's Howie's fault. We don't have that guy right now. And I don't know if we'll have a guy that's going to turn into that. So I have no idea, but interesting to say. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys later. Shakes Squad Up, Follow Slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.